gas flare in Texas that will cause houses to burn. I saw a gas flare that just, of course, normally there's usually this gas flare, but I saw houses burn, acres burning.
Hill County. It's already destroyed at least 5 homes in the town of Blum. That is a small town of about 400 people, about 50 miles south of Fort Worth. Stacia Wilson is live on scene with an update for us now. Stacia, what can you tell us?
The flames tore through 5 homes and threatened an additional 25 houses nearby, causing dozens of evacuations in this area. Now, the amount of time firefighters spend out here really depends on the next couple of days. They say depending what happens, they could be done before July 31st, or it may take until the end of the month to have this fire fully contained.
Sherwin-Williams paint plant caught fire overnight.
You can see 2 massive explosions of fire and smoke, with that call coming in around 1:20. Just take a look at that orange light it created.
Firefighters over in Central Texas have stopped forward movement of a brush fire that gutted an apartment building on Tuesday.
Forward progression of the fire in Cedar Park was stopped during the overnight hours. From the air, water continued to be dropped Wednesday on hotspots. Aerial images of the 50-acre burn scar released by Cedar Park shows how the Palmer fire reduced a wooded area to ash. It cut around the Whitestone Landing townhomes and into part of the Bexley at Silverado apartment complex.
Now this is getting a little scary because it can literally jump right over the road where I'm at. And my car is on a freaking rack. This is crazy town.
2 firefighters were hurt during the battle.
It's just been chaos.
What do you do now?
Go back to the hotel. I guess try to relax until I get an update.
This is a picture of Building 10 and what's left of its 24 units. 3 other buildings were damaged by the fire. Now, officials here in Cedar Park have not been able to provide us a hard number as to how many people have been displaced and are out of their homes at this hour.
More wildfires in North Texas.
Yeah, it's been tough. Texas A&M Forest Service says there are 6 active fires in our area. Dallas, Erath, Red River, Parker counties, larger ones in Johnson and Jack counties, and some near Austin have been very destructive as well.
Fortunately, these fires really are all over. There's a lot to keep track of here. Texas A&M Forest Service responded to 17 new requests for assistance on wildfires yesterday. In Dallas County, a fire in Cedar Hill at the state park Wednesday afternoon burned about 13 acres. Some roads were closed while firefighters fought those flames. Meantime, the Craft Fire in Jack County that was likely sparked by lightning has burned 900 acres. That one is 75% contained. Meantime, the double backfire in Johnson County, south of Fort Worth, is the largest. A new estimate shows that one's burned 1,320 acres. Firefighters continue to engage in mop-up operations there. And crews near Austin in a city called Cedar Park are making significant progress to drown a wildfire there. Some have returned home after evacuations in the area. The 50-acre fire destroyed at least 3 apartment buildings, leaving many displaced.
And now in East Texas, fire crews trying to contain a fire that's already burned more than 2,000 acres. This is in Jasper County. That fire is only about 25% contained right now. The Jasper County Sheriff says several buildings have been destroyed and more are in danger. Across the state, there are 4 active wildfires, including this one. This is a problem we've been dealing with all summer long, and right now San Antonio's exceptional drought means any spark can take off into that. There are 254 counties in Texas, 208 of them have a burn ban.
Crews in East Texas, say a 3,500-acre fire is now 70% contained. It started on Thursday in Jasper County. That's about half an hour's drive from the Louisiana border. At least 300 people remain under evacuation orders waiting to return home.
We have no idea. Can't go back. So we don't even know if the house is there.
Fast-moving fire has led to more evacuations of neighborhoods. Dubbed the Game Reserve Fire, it's now 20% contained. Maria Aguilera is on the ground this evening. Maria, what are you seeing?
Marcelino, well, right now we're at the command post for crews battling that large wildfire. And this fire has been burning for more than 24 hours, and it quickly grew.
because this fire is nearly 4,000 acres. We're told an incident management team from Florida is coming and taking over to help. This is a local, state, and federal effort. Now, during an update less than an hour ago, officials told us they expect with a fire this large, it could take several days for it to get contained.
Here at home now to the urgent evacuations in a part of East Texas as a wildfire rages out of control.
Good morning. Right now I'm in Walker County, about an hour north of Houston, where a massive wildfire is burning through more than 3,000 acres and is just 10% contained. Emergency management and fire crews telling us that this is a fast, extreme moving fire. Yesterday, they told us that around 4 p.m. it was 100 acres, and then an hour later, more than 500 acres. 10 p.m. it was over 1,000, and as I mentioned, now this morning, 3,000 acres, just 10% contained. It is working its way through trees and underbrush in a rural part of the community. However, there's still plenty of farmland and homes in the area. Because of that, evacuations have been suggested. At this point, we don't know a cause for the fire. However, Texas is dealing with extreme drought conditions, making the work to contain this fire that much harder.
In southeast Texas today, an explosion and fire at a chemical plant caused a massive plume of toxic smoke and put the area on edge.
It's still the risk of flare-ups. A frightening eruption over Shepherd, Texas.
Some type of chemical plant that's blown up. They're requesting our assistance.
Plumes of black smoke billowing from a chemical plant this morning after an explosion shaking the small town about an hour north of Houston. The explosion sending a fiery plume so high, the black smoky haze could briefly be seen on satellite. Authorities issued an immediate 5-mile shelter in place, evacuating an area school as crews shut down a state highway. The chemical fire unfolded inside Sound Resource Solutions, a manufacturer of paint remover and glue solvents. County Emergency Management says the plant houses chemicals known to be carcinogenic, acutely toxic, with the potential to cause serious eye, skin, and organ damage. Tonight, few here are breathing easy. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Shepherd, Texas.